with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good evening, I'm Haley Potter. Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of the Erie News NOWCAST. Erie County has received its first round of $52 million in funding from the American Rescue Plan. According to County Executive Kathy Dahlkemper, the Erie County government has received $26 million. Dahlkemper is now working on an ordinance with County Council on how to disperse all of this money. Once approved, Dahlkemper says there will be funding for sewer, water, and broadband projects for municipalities across Erie County. There will also be additional funding for public safety. Dahlkemper says there will also be significant funding for organizations who help out minority communities and also grants for businesses who did not receive any funding from the CARES Act.
I just think this is a great opportunity for our community. I'm excited about it. I think County Council is excited about it, and I think this community should be excited, but we have to do it right. We have one great opportunity. We have one moment in time here, and we have to do this right.
Dahlkemper says she plans to have an ordinance finalized by next week, and it'll be presented to County Council on July 15th. Miami-Dade's mayor is vowing to make policy changes in the Florida building process to ensure something like the Surfside condo collapse never happens again. And with lots of construction projects underway here in Erie, from new buildings to the renovation of some old ones, we wanted to know what the safeguards are in place here. Code Enforcement Manager Andy Zimmerman says once a building is approved for occupancy, it's up to the owner to maintain and keep it safe. But when people spot problems or concerns, they often report them to City Code Enforcement. His office sends inspectors out who may seek input from a structural engineer if serious issues are uncovered. Zimmerman says they will push until they're fixed.
We will try to work with the owner as best we can, but when it comes to structural issues, we won't stop on that. We will push the issue.
Zimmerman said he doesn't have all the facts about who should have stepped up sooner in Florida, but he called the situation, quote, heartbreaking. After not reporting vaccine data over the holiday weekend, the state says more than 60% of adults have been fully vaccinated. State officials say Pennsylvania ranks 9th nationwide for first dose vaccinations. Across our region, more than 168,000 people have been fully vaccinated against the virus. Cases continue to plummet across the region, with no new cases reported in Erie or Warren counties today. We have all this data and more on our website, erienewsnow.com. And police have identified the man killed in Meadville Saturday morning. According to police, 19-year-old Nathaniel Harris was shot and killed at his home on Walnut Street. Police say the robbery and homicide happened around 3:10 in the morning. Police have also issued an arrest warrant for Timothy Bolden connected to this incident. Bolden is wanted for robbery and trespassing. Firefighters had to deal with midday heat as they tackled flames at a Millcreek Township home. It was reported around noon on the West 12th Street near the corner of 12th and Marshall Drive. They brought the fire under control in about a half an hour. Most of the damage appeared to be limited to the inside of the home, and there were no reports of any injuries. And Penelec has installed more than 2,300 new streetlights in downtown Erie along the bayfront. It's part of a project to switch from high-pressure sodium lights to smart LED streetlights. The new energy-efficient streetlights will save money on energy and make streets safer by providing more light. The new streetlights are equipped with photocells and Wi-Fi, which allow them to use real-time data to switch them on and off. According to Penelec, Network controls also allow specific streetlights to be brightened outside of bars and theaters to keep patrons safe late at night or dimmed for special events like fireworks. City employees will have access to the controls and receive training on how to operate these lights. New tonight, more people have drowned in the Great Lakes this year compared to the same time last year. Of the 32 drownings in 2021, 6 have been on Lake Erie. Today, I talked to Gwendolyn Olson from the U.S. Coast Guard, and she says in recent years there have been quite a few incidents right here locally. The #1 preventative step is to always wear a life jacket. She says everyone must have a life jacket in the water. Kids under 12 must always be wearing it, and she says you should even get a life vest for your pets. She also says to have a signal at night, have a sound-producing device like a whistle, and to always have a plan in place when you go out into the water.
Let somebody know what you're planning on doing, where you go, how long you plan to be out, so that if something happens, somebody knows what's going on.
And she also explained to me exactly what to do if you find yourself in one of these dangerous situations. I'll have that full story for you tonight on Erie News Now at 11 o'clock. Thanks for joining us for the Erie News Nowcast. Join us for our next news at 10 p.m. on the CW and 11 p.m. on WICU and WSEE. Have a great night.